Hello, and good morning. Hi. Hello, Esoterica. Hello, Cargen X. And hello, new follower. Welcome on in. Feel free to say hi or just hang out. It is all good either way. Coffee time. Actually, I already set up a whole bunch of coffee stuff ahead of time. So I've already done my grounds, which some of which I just spilled. This is the life of being a klutz. Admittedly, it's not a big spill and I can fix it, but this is the life of being a klutz. I just reached for a thing. It was an innocent reach for a thing. That's all. And I ended up knocking it over because, of course, I did. Hey, Virgida, welcome on in. Like, that's just, yep. I am only allowed, like, I'm barely allowed to have uncovered uh, cups near my computer. Like, this water thing that has covered is about it. And even then, a little bit of water can spill out of this, but I still knock it over all the time. I need a sippy cup. I need some adult sippy cups. And I don't mean that as in I want to be a baby. I mean that as in somebody who frequently knocks things over, but still wants to have drinks. Okay. I think I'm almost out of this milk. This might be the last. Yep. Okay. I have more oat milk in the fridge, but yeah. This is the creamy though. Like the extra creamy oat milk. It's not bad. Um I definitely like it in the coffee. I don't like it in anything else. Like I don't like having cereal with it. I don't like it in oatmeal. Um, but it's good for coffee. Unfortunately, the store I go to doesn't always have the extra creamy, so I have to get the regular, which is fine too. Hey Tanya, welcome on in. Hold on, let me get my meds because I am sleepy today. Here we go. I hope the music is still going. I can no longer hear it. Can I pause it? No, it's still there. The kettle is the kettle is way too loud. Um, so yeah, if they made the oat milk in smaller containers, I would get some of the. I would get like a small container of the creamy for just my coffee, and then keep the regular for other stuff. Hey, alien traveler, welcome on in. Um, I also got half and half because I had to basically resurrect some mashed potatoes. So I needed half and half in butter. So I also put half and half in my coffee the other day. And that's like that's nice, but that's a lot. That's a lot of like cream in your coffee. Or I guess clouds in your coffee if you're Carly Simon. Or that Janet remix. Uh and yeah, to continue my trend, it is March in the United States. It is also March everywhere, uh, which means that it is Women's History Month. It is also other history months and other like I don't know all the month. I used to know like what because we had a whiteboard at work and I would always put little fun facts on it. So I used to keep track of like what random holiday a day was or what random thing not even random, but like what ratified by Congress in in year whatever. This is now this month. I used to do that. I used to know that. I don't do it anymore because if I did, there'd be like I'd be me writing it on a whiteboard here, and nobody would see it. So, okay. Let's let the coffee just steep in its little chamber. So I'm going to start with a little bit of video editing because I have enough video for today and tomorrow, and then I run out. So I thought I would go back and try and edit the stream of many games. I think I hit four games in one stream. So I thought I would try to go and edit that. I also did little post video outros. So those need to be, so I got to clip the video portion, and then I clip the outro like right on the end of it, and then do my usual beginning clip of the key art. Hey, Stephen, welcome on in. And and then I've been putting like a tiny bit of music at the end when I do, like, it's like a 20 or 30-second thing. I have no idea if people are getting to the end of the video or not. I don't I don't think right now any of them have been up long enough where YouTube can tell me, hey, people have clicked on your end card or whatever. So we'll see. But again, it's just something I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's fun to do. Except for right now when I have multiple streams stacked up that I haven't done it for. Well, not really. I've yesterday, and then whatever I do today, I'll probably combine because I might play a little Aquamarine today. So I'll probably combine those two together, or I could split them up, but I may as well just combine them. And yeah, so we'll start with that. Move on to Aquamarine. I've got one game that I already have ready to look at. I might look at the list and see if there is another demo to quickly download and try. And and then we can always end in Animal Crossing, or maybe not make it to Animal Crossing today. I don't know. I can't I can't 100% say like Sundays are always going to be Animal Crossing again. It is nice to play again, but and it's so nice to have my island non-flowery. But I know, like, the hotel, I'm running out of rooms to decorate. So, you know, um, and there really wouldn't be much more to do aside from, talking to residents, getting their photos, and letting them leave if they want to leave. I guess there's like a strategy to it. You pay attention to an islander all the time. And then once you want them to leave, you ignore them, which is why multiple of my villagers have come to me to say, yeah, I'm thinking about moving on. And it's because I haven't talked to them in months. And I logged on and then didn't, and then continued to not talk to them. So yeah, I think the only ones, I don't know if amiibo characters can leave or not. So Julian probably won't leave, and that's fine because I need a sparkly blue unicorn living on my island. And it's been fun watching the channel Only Tom Will Tell, because he is starting his Animal Crossing journey. Um, he had other things going on in 2020 and during the pandemic, so he didn't quite get into it. But he's getting into it now, so it's been fun to watch him starting from scratch. And remembering, like, you go to you take the trips to the islands, to mystery islands for stuff, and you find villagers there, and you invite them to your. It's like it's so cool. And I also know that there are Animal Crossing streamers who are still playing their dream villager hunt. Like, they are still using island visit tickets to try and find them. Okay, I think we are good to go. Give it one more comforting stir. It's just I don't need to stir the coffee. This is just my comfort, my emotional support stirring. Okay. Oh, right. It helps if I turn all this off before wandering to the next room. So I will see you in the next room in a moment. I'm like, I'm just gonna go. Like, wait, I gotta hold on. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the other room in just a second. Okie dokie. Let's see. I think the sun. Yeah, it's today is not as sunny as it was yesterday, so I don't think we're gonna have a sun bleed issue, but we'll see. Maybe. I am gonna get right on into it since we're just gonna yammer while I deal with some video edits. So I am starting up DaVinci Resolve in the background. I think DaVinci has had a update, but I have not updated. I am always slow to update because I'm always afraid it's going to change something that I don't like. So I have not updated DaVinci Resolve to the new yet. Hold on, I want to be on the edit screen. I also want to capture DaVinci. I want to yawn in your face because apparently that's really rude, and I am so sorry. Okie dokie. Yeah, we'll just come over here. And I think we're already in like studying and co-working. So if you want to study and co-work along with me, then feel free. If not, you don't have to. It's fine. As the song goes, you don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. Oh, actually, first things first. No, first things first. Let's deal with DaVinci. I will say this is like my media tab here, and I was gonna say something. Oh, I have most of my videos on my actual hard drive, on my Windows hard drive, but I also have them on an external drive. Recently, DC Lacerre was talking about the fact that SanDisk is releasing some more external terabyte space drives, and I'm definitely considering those. Okay, that's today. So we want, was it yesterday? No, we want last week, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So let me grab these two. But I have found one of my external drives is not SSD and the other is, and I can edit video from the SSD drive. I cannot edit video from the old school one. So I may need to replace it with an SSD. I've been saving up. Okay, so this video, that's my like after my outros that I do for each of the games. This is the one with all the actual games. What did I play on that day, actually? Hey, Brindleton Bay, thank you for the resub. Welcome on in. Also, hey, Dre, in case I didn't say hello to you. Okay, so it was Horde of Distractions, Spinera, Recoin, Lootbound, and Slowly Sliding Ducks. Why did I play so many games? That's a lot of freaking games. The heck is wrong with me? So before I even do that, I need key art. So we're going to switch to something else. There we go. Welcome to my many tab. Well, no, there's actually just a lot of on the bookmark bar. But this is the welcome to the spreadsheet. And let's see. So we played Horde of Distraction, which should be green. And it has a press kit over here. And all I need is key art. The question is, oh, brilliant. Okay, that's all I need. Oh my gosh, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see here. So this is my like, oh God, I'm even wearing this shirt. Oh geez. That was me on a good skin and beard day with like a light filter. So I essentially just, they make it super easy. If they already have the YouTube, like they already have the thumbnail,
I can quickly pop it here and I'm good to go. So that's the easy version. What else? There was Horde of Distraction, then there was Spinera. So let's see, did I, and sometimes I'll be honest, I don't always grab the okay, like there's no press kit for Spinera. Um let me go to my email to see if I had a press kit in their email. Um no, they didn't send one. Oh, there's a press kit. Okay, they sent it in a previous email. So let me go ahead and add, where's the Spinera? Oops, that's, okay, hold on. They also use, you know how they use tracking links in emails? So you got to do that. Okay. GIFs, trailers, cover, splash, and cover arts. Perfect. Okay, that's the tiny one. Can I get a... That's what I want. Okay. Let's download that. Come right over to Canva. Grab it from my downloads. Throw it in there. There we go. With the little slot machine handlebar coming right out of my head. It's perfect. Okay. Again, spin arrow, which sounds like pun era. It's going to make me think about that every time. Okay, and then there was Racoin. So back to the spreadsheet. Racoin. I also don't have a press kit link for this. Have I just been... I mean, I may have been letting my side down over here. It's very possible. Because at some point I was, quite frankly, getting more emails than I was able to process, even like idly. There's a press release. Is there a press kit for this? Not really. Let me go to PlayStack and see. Games. Now I'm on the actual publisher's website to see if I can find. Okay. So there's no press kit link that I have, so I'm going to go to my Steam folder and see if I can find the folder for Racoin, and I will grab the stuff from there. That means I need to know, what do I need to know? I need the, what is it? 37840. Okay. Sometimes the pop-ups, because Google Sheets wants to like resolve these URLs, and I'm like, can you stop that? 378. Okay, so that's not it. So I try to go to my most recent stuff, and oh, sorry. I know you cannot see what I'm doing, and that's okay. But what I'm doing is I'm going to the library cache for my Steam folder, and every game has the capsule art, the hero art, the PNG, all that in there. So I'm searching for the one that has Racoin in it, and then I'm going to that folder because I can grab information from there, which is the hack when they don't give you a good, when they don't give you good key art, you kind of have to do it yourself. So I'm going to grab the logo, the Next Best Demo logo. Okay. And then the library hero image. I make this the background. And I may do, I like the raccoon, but I also like the little bleep bleep. So we'll do that. And the fun of this is if the art doesn't have a good spot for your photo, you can put the pieces together yourself and move it around. So that's it. And also, if it doesn't look great, I'm not worried because it's only going to be, it's the thumbnail for the YouTube, but it's only going to be seen if anyone clicks on it for like 2 seconds. So I'm not that worried about it. Okay, what was next? Loot bound. Loot bound. Did loot bound? I don't think, see, loot bound didn't reach out to me. So I'm going to try searching for key art. On their website. Prescott, hey, burr, 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 burr. Put it in my spreadsheet. Okay, so here we want to look for key art. We got one. Oh, wow. The difference between them is interesting. I think I like that one better. So we'll grab that one. There we go. All right, and then one more. And that was, oh, whoops, I didn't rename it. And I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Yesterday was really nice to hang out with my friend and what was the last one? Oh, right, Slowly Sliding Ducks. I don't think I got you know what? Let me see if there's like if Turbolento has Slowly Sliding Ducks Gamer Beacon. Is that a, oh, that's okay. Not really. Let me see if I can find Turbolento. Okay. So yeah, we went to the like the British kind of pub setup, and we had some mimosas. We talked about the recent Star Trek episode. We talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, and then we did a little walk because the sun was out. I only wore my hoodie, but I had to carry it because it was just too nice outside. We walked all over the city. It's funny because recently on YouTube, somebody had posted a link to the Bare Naked Ladies song, The Old Apartment. And we did go past one of the old places that I used to live, and I started thinking about the song. Unlike the song, I did not break into the old apartment, but you know. Oh, this is all? You're not. Okay. I will take this because it's on their website and I will use this. Hey, Krazicom, welcome on in. So I'm going to copy the image, just paste it right into Canva. And I'm going to be covering up like the S of the ducks, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I've got my page 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Download them. So yeah, normally this is what I used to do. Hey, Amalia. Uh, this is what I used to do after my stream while watching Steven on his stream. So I put Steven on my other monitor and I'd be doing this. And wow, my voice, like I can, this is how I can tell, like, one, it was a good day because it was a lot of talking and a lot of like loud talking, laughing, etc. But it was also the mimosas, because I don't imbibe as much as I used to. So the mimosas are definitely also like, hey, how's your voice feeling today? I don't know. It's feeling kind of smoky, I guess. Okay, so we now have our downloads. So let me go grab my images. Okay. Okay, so back to DaVinci, where we are going to slap all of these images into our media. Okay, so now we have all the starter images ready. That's my coat Elsers. Okay, so let's actually start editing the video now. It's taken us this long to get to the point where we're editing the video. It is in fact March in the United States and also everywhere. So yes. Yes, it is in fact March everywhere. Okay, we're going to, so what I do is I kind of trim all of this stuff first. I have one small piece of music that I am currently moving to the beginning of the timeline, that I use for my outros. So that's going to just hang out here for a little while. And then I'm going to cut everything here. Now, and per usual with DaVinci, I am certain there is something that I could be doing faster or different. As to whether I'm going to learn that thing today, probably not. Like, let's be real. Okay, so here's the entire video. I'm just grabbing the whole thing. Give it time to process. The one thing that I do is I do adjust my audio a little bit. So I apply like just a touch of a filter to the audio because it's YouTube. I do want people to realize, oh wait, hey, maybe I want to listen to this person. So I add a little bit of richness to the voice, but not too much. Okay, and let's go find the first game. So all of these markers here, all of these little blue, oh, you can't see them. All these little blue dots are markers that are in the video. Every time I go to ad break, every time I change scenes, every time someone takes a clip, it adds a marker to the timeline. So I can quickly go find that marker, or I can quickly go find like the end of my ad break. That's when I switched to the scene change. You can see the description of the thing way up in the upper. Hey, Cargen X, I see you sneaking up over there. That's a, who took a clip there? Puddle Glum. Oh, I was probably doing the ducks thing. Okay, that's when I changed the category. So that's about it. Let's find out where. Okay, we'll start the video here. Hey, Mur, happy March. Okay, I'm going to have to listen to this for a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're not done yet. All right. I like the me getting black and white filtered right before starting a game has started to become a bit of an expectation. Amalia. There we go. I finally actually started. Like, I realize when I do this is when I'm about to say the description for the game. So if I see myself, I'm like, okay, now we're talking. So this is where I'm going to start the video. Nope, don't create a new timeline. It's weird when you can see your own video tells and like, okay. There it is. There it is. Oopsie. Yeah, when I'm aware that chaos is okay and appreciated, I am all about the chaos. But I am similar to that. Like I was not much of an actor up in school person because I went to school in Georgia in the 70s. I was not getting away with anything. Let's just say. And even then, in people's channels, I always try to like make sure that I judge, like I gauge what's an acceptable amount of chaos and what is actually becoming distracting to both the stream and the chat. Even if the streamer has a shit ton of weird redeems in what's weird. Like some people have a lot of sound commands in their chat and they don't have delays between them, and I've been listening like I'm second screen so they're on a tab in the background and my brain is just like I can't process anything because they're just letting chat hit the sound commands like every 5 seconds, and I'm like, it's not, it's not. Hold on, I did a bad. There, okay, sorry, I cut a thing when I didn't want to cut a thing. There we go. Let's just move this all the way over here. Um, so yeah, sometimes I'm like, this is a little too much. Trick for um, the trick that the one of the early tricks I learned is um, if you have a item selected on your timeline and you have an item selected in your media bucket over here, you can right click and select conform lock with media clip, and it'll just switch in the new one. I had to learn that because Filmora used to let me um, like drag one right over another one and it would automatically replace it, and DaVinci's like, nah, buddy, you got to learn how to do this stuff. I'm not doing it for you. Which, respect. That's fine. Okay, so, oops. The one thing we didn't do is change the color of the transition to something that feels more appropriate to the game. There we go. All right, that's the first game. That's a clip. That's the ad break starting. So that's about when I ended the game. Okay. Let me wait a second. Okay, so pretty much as soon as I exit the game, I'm turning these off. Sometimes after I'm done with the game, I may do a little more talking. And I've just resigned myself to say that's just for YouTube. That's just for Twitch. That's not going to be for YouTube because who cares? Me nattering on like that. And right after I started an ad break, then I changed the category, then I changed the game, then the ad break ended, and somebody made me laugh about something. It was Amalia making me laugh about something. Wait, what did she say? I have no idea what was said, but it made me laugh. So that's a winner in my book. I may have to go back to the chat to see what was said. Oh, this is where we're talking about food style. Like, I don't know what happened before this, but after that, we're talking about food stylists and glue and Olive Garden. This is me. This is why I have to edit these videos because still talking about it. Still talking about it. Yeah, that's another one where Amalia told the joke after I talked about Elmer's glue on cereal and how that never went away. And then Amalia said, well, that concept stuck. Oh, thank goodness I made my own chapter. Thank goodness I made my own chapter because I was like, when did I actually start playing the game? Oh, wow. Okay. So let's just cut all of that nonsense. Let me grab my thumbnail and the two shortcuts that I love about DaVinci. One is up and down on the arrow key goes to the start and end of video clips. Or any clip on the timeline, audio or video. And then Control-Shift-V will paste into that point. So I basically just grabbed the Horde of Distraction thumbnail and repasted it in because I'm going to swap it out for the Spinera thumbnail. I'm going to change this to a nice blue color. And then we're going to drag, because a transition needs something to transition to, you always want to kind of pull the timeline below it. Hey, ClickFlint. Oh, hey, KMC, welcome on in. You want to pull the video timeline below it, like backwards a little bit so it overlaps. So it does that. Otherwise, it would do that, which is weird. Oops, hold on. I think I undid too many times. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. There's no I usually drag the game music, but a lot of these games did not have audio on the opening screens, which is fine. Okay, so Spinera. That was a clip after I said the word rim. No need to wonder who took that clip. Let's see, and this is the scene change to games. Recoin. Okay, so now we're at Recoin. So let me end that there. Hold on, did I actually end? Oh, I didn't see. This is my problem. I didn't There we go. I need to actually clip it. Oh no, it was you. Yeah. I need to clip it when I end the game. That helps. I had a lot to say after that game was over. Like, oh yeah, that was you. Okay. I always think about DC because DC talks about a rating system for like things where it's like frowny face, meh face, and happy face. After I'm done with the demo, I will often say, and I notice this in my videos, I will say that was cute. That is a positive thing for me. If I say after your demo is done, that was cute, that is generally a thumbs up. And I noticed like a lot of them, I will like after the game is done and I'm on my like my default screen, the first thing I say is that was cute. I'm like, yeah, it was. All right, so now we're up to Recoin. So where do I actually start? There we go. I didn't do the thing. I didn't do the thing. Silly me. I'm not even giving my own signal anymore. Okay, we will stick Racoin in here. Okay, I'm gonna trim out just this little bit because I say an right before the name of the game. Okay, let's pull that over there. Perfect. Being able to find where I say stuff and cut it out has become a talent that I never wanted, but being able to like zoom all the way in to an audio waveform to find my and just remove it has been a talent that just you have to develop. And sometimes I don't even cut the video. I will just go to that one segment of audio and mute it because generally an doesn't look like I'm saying anything like visually, so I just mute the And you can always do that. You can always mute the If you don't like it, mute the Okay. Another visual tool for myself is when I turn the music back on at the end of the game. Okay, so that's where the game ended. Me once again saying, that's cute. So there we go. Ad break. Loot bound. Scene change. Ad break is over. Game has started. And I just got switched to the old-timey filter redeem. Imagine that. Oh, stop that. Okay. Content. It is indeed good content, I won't lie. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hopefully you are doing well today. I am doing a little video editing and chatting while I am chatting to distract myself while I listen to myself on the video. I'm not forcing anyone to listen to me on this video because like that's silly. Okay, what's a good color? I like that. I like this kind of salmon color. Yeah, there we go. Okay, drag that. I'm pretty sure after this is sliding ducks, right? So hopefully, yes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say, I didn't say cute after that one. I said well played. And the reason I said well played and not cute was because it immediately opened up a survey as soon as I exited the game. And I was dealing with the fact that a website popped up when I wasn't expecting it. So I didn't say cute after that one. Sorry, game. I mean, not really. Sorry, you did that to yourself. Okay, slowly sliding ducks. We'll go with the orangish one. Oh, we could go with the green. That's nice. Okay, and let's go to the ducks. There we go. I actually am always I was always impressed when I would watch people doing video editing on screen. Oh yeah. Hey, Eat More Fiber, welcome on in. Let me find this 1 second and then. Oh yeah, I can see the sun is. Yeah, the sun is starting to be a problem. Was it bright that day? It must have been because this is a Tuesday afternoon. Why is it so bright? Okay. This is the noise dissolve transition. And over here on under the inspector properties, I'm using version 1 of the noise dissolve transition. And there's one checkbox that is border. And it's the border that lets you have a little line. If you turn the border off, then it doesn't do a color, it just does this without a border. But I like to have a little color border. And the noise dissolve also has multiple types, so it's got like 6 versions of it, and they all do different things. One will it'll have little holes that kind of burn in with borders or no borders. I just like the one that goes shoo, I guess what I should do is go find out. I should go watch Star Wars more often and probably just use I think they just use a blurry pan. It's kind of blurry and they just pan across the screen to change because it wasn't fancy. It was the 70s. It wasn't fancy. This is the fully, pardon me, this is the recording. So these streams, like the stream that I'm doing right now, which means that this is about to get really meta, OBS records these streams locally. So what I have pulled in is I've pulled in the recording from a few days ago, and that's what I am click, 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 click. I don't know. What am I doing? What is that? Am I chopping up the video? Is that what I'm trying to do? I don't know what is, I don't, okay. Whatever this meant. It's what I'm doing to the video. whatever that meant. That's what I'm doing in the video. I think it's funny because I do believe that there is a star wipe in DaVinci, which, as The Simpsons will tell us, is the best wipe of all. Okay. Okay. Let me zoom in again. Literally me saying that's cute. Yeah, let's do that here. Okay. Okay, so this is now my entire timeline. This is now my entire timeline. Those little tiny blue bars at the top are the thumbnails for the videos. So those are in between each one. Okay, so talk about wipes and talk about wipes that I need to maybe learn. I need to learn Fusion in DaVinci because I would like to replicate these. The Super Friends wipe, the Batman wipe, and the Wonder Woman wipe. The star and then the stars that come in. Like, I need to learn how to use Fusion so I can actually make some of these transitions. I even want to redo the Transformers one properly. That would actually be my jam, is if I could learn how to make the transitions of my childhood. Not that there was a lot of TV in the 1800s. Back then, we just had somebody come out and they would just do this and do that. But you know what I mean. I'm old, is what I'm saying. That was the transition. We just had somebody do this, and that was it. But yeah, I would love to find, like, you know, Transformers and G.I. Joe and the Wonder Woman TV series, because it had like the star that showed up, and then other stars would come out of it. Those would be fun to replicate and just have as transitions. Okay. So the last thing I got to do, and this is the most annoying one. Hey, Celestian, welcome on in. This is the most annoying because this is me talking after. This is me basically doing my little, hey, that was fun. And if you liked more of these videos, feel free to like and subscribe. I try not to say like and subscribe. Sometimes it does become unavoidable. I do try not to say it. Sometimes I can't help myself. So yeah. Look, I'm not about to start singing an Irish folk song, so don't worry about it. I usually generally these say like, hey, that was fun, or hey, I was really bad at that, but maybe you'll be better. I also try to do a what they call to action. So in these, I may say, hey, if you have a game that you like, why don't you leave a comment? None of these things, I mean, as far as I know, none of these do or don't work. Like, none of these do or don't work. It's fine. Brain, do the thing. I was talking and then it's gone. Oh no, what I do is, because in OBS, it's I think I've showed you before. This is, so like right here, you can see like these slightly transparent boxes is where the thumbnails for the videos will go, and this slightly transparent circle is where my channel icon goes. So I'm sitting in the middle. So often I will do like, look at more videos, subscribe to my channel. I might do that because it's visually like on the screen with me, but that's about it. That's about like all I do. I try not to do the like and subscribe because, I mean, yes, I would like more subscribers on YouTube, but I do not believe like and subscribe as a call to action really works. And I say that because it doesn't work on me. So why would it work on anyone else? And maybe that's my lack of confidence. I don't know. Whatever. You know, I liked when we started saying like smash that bell. Like we're really getting hardcore with it. Okay, so the lucky thing that I can do, because because I have dongle that bongle. I wouldn't mind dongling that bongle. What that bongle do? That's, you know, okay. But hey, Ventusta, welcome on in. So because I record these with OBS, the button on my Stream Deck that allows me to select chapter markers also works in recordings. So every time if I do all of these in a row, I hit the chapter marker button and it puts a little marker there. So I can say, okay, this was the first game, second game, third game, fifth game. I definitely messed this one up in the middle. Like, hold on. I definitely, I can tell. One of them I definitely messed up and had to start over, but I try to basically just neutral my face and start again versus stopping the recording and starting again. It might be better if I stopped the recording and started again each time. I'm not sure, but the longer I have to do it, the more self-conscious I feel. So I try to get them done as fast as I can. So this is the first one. We'll figure out where I need to. Oops, sorry. Okay. So I want to go to the end. So what I want to do for this is I put the playhead at the end of the video. I go back one. I right click on the video in the media, and then I go insert selected clips to timeline, and it just whacks it in. So now that clip is just in here, and it's ready for me to edit it down. I can see here there is a long stretch of audio, and there's a break, and then another long stretch of audio, which means that I started saying something and I stopped and started saying it again, which means thump. I gotta cut that out. What magic just happened? So I guess let's go back. Okay, so using the magic of upsy downsies, which is the up and down button goes to the end of that segment, whether it's audio, video on your timeline. So where I'm at right now is I'm at the beginning of the next segment. What I then do, and I'm not sure I have to do this, is I take one arrow back just to go like one frame back. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see what happens if I do this anyway. So I'm at the end or the beginning of the next segment. The piece of whatever that's in my media bucket, I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to select insert selected clips to timeline. So it could be a bunch of clips, but it's just this one. And then it goes boom. So actually, did that work? It sure did. Okay, so I don't have to. So okay, I have been nervously doing what I don't need to do, but it doesn't matter. So let's go to the beginning of this. Let's figure out why I stopped. Please watch my awkwardness as I try to get my face ready. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just trying to figure out, like, is this the right, is this how I smile? How do humans smile? How do they make their face? How do they start talking and then not start talking? How do they do that? Yeah, see, that's me trying to remember how to be a human being for a recording. I'm sure everyone does something like this. So, like, not this is. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, wait. When did I fuck up? There it is. I messed it up. Yup. It's me literally saying, sorry, chat, I fucked it up. Okay. The best thing about not doing the millennial pause, well, like, I'm not a millennial, but is that when you edit it out, you can edit out your pause. Like, do people understand you can edit out the pause? Why do they never edit out the pause? Why? Why don't you edit the pause? I know it's become kind of a joke. They are cute. Okay, once again, let me apply the same audio filtering. Yeah. Oh, there's no game audio here, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so really all that I want to do now is... Okay, so I'm coming to the beginning of the outro. Just shutting it down. And then for this one, I don't add the noise dissolve. I add the blur dissolve because it is completely like for me in my brain, it's a completely different scene. So the game ends. There we go. And then oh, 12th. Oh my god. That 12th night was so good. It was so good. I don't even watch Shakespeare that much, but that shit was amazing. Okay. So the only other thing I do is because I don't have any audio here is I do add some music, and I got this music from the YouTube music library, so I know it's safe for YouTube. And I just put it underneath the whole thing. Correct. Like they had really good interviews about her and her sibling, her and her brother like doing the play together. Was really good. See, there it is. See, just I'm doing the thing. All right, and that's me. That's me doing the awkward peace sign, and I'm out. So let's end it there. Oops, sorry. We're gonna. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one done. Burp, 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 burp. Okay. Then after a coin, so after this one, there's that. And out. And insert timeline. So yeah, once you start doing it, it like again, it's a bit of a, you know, I won't super say it's muscle memory because some people don't have that. It's more of like, okay, the repetition and the repetition, the repetition, the repetition, the repetition, the repetition, etc. will do it. Did I have another where I fucked this up too? Because I have another break in the audio. Did I mess it up again? That's just me whispering. I fucked it up again. Okay. Like, why am I so bad at this? So sometimes I mess up and I keep it. Like I flub a word, like I say, oh, I'm gonna leave a description in the chat. And I mean channel. So I'll say, oh, I'm gonna leave a description in the chat. I mean in the channel. That I won't edit out. Because I'm like, it recovered. But sometimes I will say a thing and it will just make me be like, why did I end like that? So then I take it out. Okay. So now let me just put the blur dissolve in here. Okay. And the one thing that I've forgotten to do is that piece of audio I put over every one. I'm just going to copy it. And oops, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. I just stretch it to the end. Okay. So that was one. Racoin, let's keep going. Like at this point, like we're on a roll. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I I'm glad that this is like basically fine to hang out with because it helps me get it done, and I used to be a lot more self-conscious about doing this in front of people because I think the reason is the same reason that like you do Da Vinci and a lot of people will come out of the woodwork to explain to you what you are doing wrong or what they do differently, or, oh, you do it like this. And it's like, yeah, I mean, everyone uses this thing. Everyone uses this software differently, you know, everyone. Um, Also, I know there are things like eat more fiber. You mentioned a thing that I don't do, and I don't know if I know how to do it. And that is letting DaVinci automatically cut like cut the video into clips based on the markers. I don't know how to do that, or at least I don't think I do. And I never have, so therefore I don't think I know how to do that. Let's see here. Oh, hold on. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, in that case, I'm going to have to go find the audio. There we go. There we are. I'll look it up later because yeah, it's also a matter of wait, there's a big audio pause there. Nope, that was just me going. Ooh, editing by transcript, neat. I also wonder, because I'm using the free version, how many tips and tricks work in the free version that don't always work in that work in the paid version that don't always work in the free version. But yeah, DaVinci is very powerful. And okay, that's cute. All right, I'm going to grab you and move you here in advance because all right. Now I'm getting a little like wild with it. Okay. We've got 2 more, and then we can actually play some games, I guess. Is that something we do on this stream? Sure. Okay. I'll also say the hardest thing in the world, and I say this all the time, and I know it's not easy for anyone to do, including myself, is sometimes also this isn't going to be perfect, and that's okay. Like I've gone back and seen, oh well, I made a small mistake that ended like a half second off, or I accidentally I hit the wrong key command and accidentally shifted my audio like just a touch. Oh, it doesn't matter because, you know, like I'm not doing this for my job. And I know someone can argue that streaming and doing video editing and video content is in of itself a job, but it's not my job. If it picks up, then yes, I absolutely want to get better at it. But right now, the only reason for me to know how to use DaVinci super well is if somebody, a friend or family member, is like, "Hey, I was trying to use this like editing software, DaVinci. Have you heard of it?" That's like the only. Wait, why do I have a big audio pause there? I apparently really liked Loopbound. I have talked more about Loopbound than I talked about any other thing. Wow, that is a long outro. I am a talky bitch. Okay. Okay. Just drag that over here. Like, I was like, I really liked that game, I guess. Okay, last one. Last one. Okay. Insert into timeline. There we go. We'll drag my audio. Eventually I'll find a different audio clip to use as well, but for now, like I just have one simple one and it seems to be okay. And the hardest part is it's YouTube safe. That's like the main thing. It's YouTube safe. Oh, that is a very long time for me to be staring at you with fake face. Hold on. I call it, anyone who's worked in customer facing jobs, um, if you know the phrase service face, that's basically what that is. It's the it's the service face. Like you know exactly what that is, and it is the same face that I use in Zoom meetings to look like I am interested and engaged when I'm actually thinking about I don't know, something else. Okay. Also, I don't know what like the does anybody okay, does anyone else do this? When you if you still use key commands to control to copy and paste, do you hit the key commands multiple times? Like just to make sure it got it? Just to make sure? Because there is I'm using like a blade cut, which is control B in DaVinci, but I'll hit it like 5 times. It doesn't do anything past the first time, but I'll still do it like tick, 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 just in case. And I only have to like I don't know, like I'm just I still like am I yeah like um if I'm copying something, I hit it multiple times. Like if I'm Control C, I will hit Control C multiple times. When I paste it, I only do it once. But if I try to copy something, I will definitely grab it multiple times. Oh, that's where I was basically saying, hey, like and subscribe, or not. I'm not your mom. That's my usual thing when it's like, hey, you should do this, or not. Don't listen to me. I'm just some person on the internet. Okay, last thing. Let's go make sure that I actually got. So yeah, so basically the ends of my videos is I end the game. There we go. Okay, so I'm finally done with editing. Let me save because I have not been saving this entire time. Although I will say even the free version of DaVinci has got a pretty good memory buffer. So you don't need to save at every step. But it does help to save because if something happens, you've lost all your work. However, if you've been practicing with DaVinci, it won't take you that long to redo this work. It did take me, it took me a while to do this because I was yammering away, but still. So I've got my video clips, I've got my thumbnails, I've got my outros. Next thing I need to do is go over to the Deliver tab. And I need to I need to basically start adding these to the render queue. Why is that? Hold on. That's weird. Okay. This is where that up and down, the up and down command key press is going to help you out. Because we're going to start at the very beginning of the very beginning of beginnings. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. But what you want to do for this scene, and this is one of the other recent things that I taught that I didn't teach myself, but I learned because I thought I'm doing this inefficiently. There must be a better way. When it came to rendering video, I was actually setting up all of my clips, edits, and cuts, coming to here and rendering one section, going back, deleting everything else, adding it back in, rendering that. I didn't realize that on the render screen, on the deliver screen, you can render a range. So I am all the way at the beginning of my video. I'm going to hit I. You can also probably right click. Yeah. You can right click to mark in. Then I'm going to go to the, let's see here. If I go, here. No, I don't see. That's why. Hold on. Okay. So now this is like the range, and the render has even switched to the in and out range. So now I can actually have all of these in the queue at the same time, and I can hit render once and it will render all 5 videos without me having to go back each time. So this is going to be Horde, not Whore, Horde. Add to the render queue. I've already got my settings set, so I'm not worried about that. Then I go to the next one, in, out. That was Spinera. Add to render queue. Go to the next one, in. It's like breathing. In, out. That is Recoin. I'm sure there's probably a way to just also, I like to name them now. There's probably a way to have DaVinci just give them like numbers as well. But anyway. That was Lootbound. And yeah, this is like the fast part. And then that is slowly sliding. The other thing I notice when watching other people use DaVinci is that everyone's layout might be very different. So the places that things are on my screen may not be the places they are on your screen. And that's, yeah. Oh, also, hey, Sam, I forgot to say hi to you. So I now have, let me also clear the ones that I've already rendered. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs ready to go. And I'm going to render them all while we're hanging out. So that's going to happen in the background while I switch back to the lobby. And yeah, it'll take a little bit of time, but also I should run an ad and get set up for whatever game we're going to look at. So let me go ahead and render these. And you can sit here and watch this if you want. People have said that if you minimize, because it's trying to, it is trying to show you the video as it does this. I go ahead and minimize it, but it should take about like, for each of them, it should take about like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna go, oh, there it is. There it is, doing the thing. So let me come back over to the lobby. Oh, golly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad. And then I thought we might do more Aquamarine, but I might be okay with how much I played. So I might be okay with that. There was a demo that I wanted to look at. So we'll look at that. And I've been sitting here for a minute, so I'm going to actually get up and stretch my legs and get some water from the kitchen. And yeah, that like for people who are on my stream teams, or if you are in my Discord or you're connected to me on Blue Sky or whatever, and you're like, hey, you did something and I'm wondering how you did that, you can feel free to like send me a message and ask. I am not a DaVinci expert. It's just like all of us know what we know and all of us know how to do what we know how to do. So if, like I might have done something that you're like, hey, how do I do that? Sure. You might also ask a question that is outside of my expertise, and I'm like, I don't know. Let's look it up together, you know? But yeah, so little ad break. If you're a subscriber or you have Twitch Turbo, you're just gonna not see that. You'll see the BRB screen. And yeah, I will see you after a very short break. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back in a few minutes. And yeah, while that's happening in the background, DaVinci's gonna keep doing its thing. So I'll see you after a very short break. Bye. Okay, I may have to go and I'm gonna try and again fix the sun. Um, so I will see if I can do something about this. See if I can do sun thing about this. Which means I can't turn off the camera. But let me mute the mic and I'll be RB. That's a little bit better. I had to basically I pulled both blinds all the way down to the floor, and that seems to have worked. Okay, so ad should be done in another minute or two. And let me see. I know I planned on. Yeah, I thought I was. Oh, wow. Unstable bit rate. Of course, it's unstable. So welcome back. If you hung out for the ad, I appreciate that. And yeah, let me go back and check on DaVinci. Okay, we're on job 3. It's got a few minutes to go, so we'll just sit here and chat while that does that. And let's see. So yeah, 1st of March, new month, same. Still, well, it's not a rectangle month because March has more days, but every day today, every day of the week today will be the same day of the week it was last month. It is Women's History Month. Also, Black History Month never quite ended, so we're basically calling it Black Women's History Month. At least I am. And honestly, it's a great month to watch Sinners. Every month is a great month to watch Sinners. Honestly, like just watch Sinners. Go watch Sinners. Seriously, just go do it. Um, and yesterday we had good, like yesterday, and the weather was like in the 50s and 60s. So today it's not going to be as warm, but it is nice and sunny. Obviously, nice and sunny outside, and we I believe we're going to have signs of spring peaking. So I am looking forward to that because I'm not a big fan of the cold weather. I assume that we're going to get one more snap before, but I'm looking forward to starting my walks again. So I'll be recording those and putting them on YouTube and Instagram. I used to do TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok anymore. Hey Sin, welcome on in. I'm not on TikTok anymore, so I don't put them there. Which means that I will probably be looking for a better way of captioning my videos. I think I have an app on my phone that will do it that isn't owned by anybody gross. So, like not CapCut, basically. Um, and yeah, because I have it up, it's actually taking a longer time to render because there are system resources that are also rendering. Also, I think I was playing this game for a long time. That's another reason. Um, but yeah, daylight saving time's next week. They really said all the light all the time, which means I will be dealing with the sunshine affecting my stream a lot. And it's a fine problem to have because it means I can just look outside and see bright sun. I did not start a garden this year, so it may be me seeing like a basil plant in the grocery aisle and deciding to pick one up. It may be me deciding to if I buy too much garlic for a recipe, which I know too much garlic isn't a thing, but sometimes it is, and I may just stick the bulb into a pot and let it grow. Because when I buy garlic for a recipe, I always overbuy, and I always add more than you ask for. But then I usually have like a bulb or two left over, and I never know what to do with. So that'd be fun to just put that in some soil and just let that do its thing. Um, Sometimes just having things around that are growing is a nice feeling, you know? It's like ships having hydroponics bays. Why? Why do you have a hydroponics bay when you have replicators? You know, you don't need to grow food. You don't need to grow plants. You can just replicate them. So why do you have one? Because it's nice to be around stuff that is growing and green. That's why. That's the reason. Um, so yeah, I may do that. And yeah, spring is, I've said that I want to go out again. I want to maybe do a little dancing because it makes me happy. Um, oh, that's right. That is, Alien Traveler points out the other thing is that for 3 weeks, we are going to be misaligned, I guess is the best way to put it. Because I'm already used to what time it is for my friends in other countries, but I have to remember that for a few weeks, that will be different. And yeah, so that means that I need to talk to Steven and figure out like when are you like make sure I know when you're going on and because sometimes like other streamers will go later or will start earlier and either is acceptable. But yeah. Um yeah, I forgot. That's weird. That's gonna be weird. Now well. Eh. That'd be funny if we decided to meet in the middle and just did like a half an hour of like co-stream something before the handoff. Like find one game that we can play for like 30 to 15 to 30 minutes and just be like, yeah, this is me ending and this is him starting and there you go. Like that'd be funny. The Division, speaking of co-streaming and speaking of streaming with people, The Division has its 10th anniversary coming up like in 2 days. I will be playing The Division on stream. I will be also talking about why it feels weird to play The Division 2 on stream. So long, 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 long time ago. Yeah, so that. 10 years of that game. 10 years. But yeah, I'll be playing that. I'm going to see if some people want to play with me. I'll be on PS5. I might also start a new character. I might also start a new character in that game. And just to replay the story. But yeah, their 10th anniversary is coming up. They're going to have some Twitch drop campaigns, so I would want to like be on for that. And that's probably what's coming up in this week. I don't really. The Steam Next Fest is over, like what today, tomorrow, Monday, I think. Yeah, I think it's over like on the 2nd. There will still be a lot of demos to play, like tons and tons and tons of demos to play. But the Steam Next Fest itself is over. I have all these videos that I want to get online. I'm editing 5 of them now, which the reason that I like doing multiple demos in one stream is now I have 5, like I'm now rendering 5 YouTube videos that will be queued up. So I'm now good until like the 2nd week of March. The only thing I wish is that I could use these videos for something like this editing time. I don't, so it's fine. Okay, it's all done editing. All done. Save. Quit. That's it. Go to my hard drive, confirm the videos are there. Later on, I will play each one for a few seconds to make sure I got the cut correct in the beginning. Hey, Steve, welcome on in. I will go ahead and make sure that that's all good. Give you a shout out. Oop, if I could spell. There you go. Um, and yeah, like I'm set. So now it's a matter of what do I want to do. There was one demo that I did grab. Oh, actually, there are two. Well, there's one's a demo, one's not. So maybe we'll play. Yeah, we'll do that. We might. Um, hey, Rex, welcome on in. Welcome both of you all in. There's two. There's one demo, and then there's one game. So actually, we'll do that. We may not make it to Animal Crossing today, so I'm gonna have to go. Hey, Nether, welcome on in. I'm gonna have to go over to my island and give them my regrets and apologize for not being there. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he's not talking to us again. We're leaving. We're leaving. That's fine." Um, let's see here. Steve and I were both. There was recently a session about producing TTRPGs on stream, and I was very happy to see that Steve was like in the audience with me, and that was nice. Doing your nails, yay! What color are you doing? I redid because mine keep getting a little bit messed up, so I redid the purple, and I have to keep like touching them up if I'm going to go outside with them. But they look really nice in the sun, and it reminds me to find this line again because these are Holo Taco, and they have just the holographic sparkles. They don't have like actual like glitter flakes in them. So yeah. Ooh, nice. Maybe I'll ask to see when you're done. So sorry. Two games. One is a demo. It is Hive Blight. Did I actually make a link for this one? I did, because I'm smart. I didn't make a link for the second one because I'm not smart. Hive Blight is a auto battler with roguelike elements, kind of a it's got a bit of everything, like the deck battling, auto battling, tactics, roguelite. It does a lot. So we'll take a look at that demo. And then I also have Fate's Theater, which I did not create a link for. So let me do that real quick. What's today? March? Oh, I have another spreadsheet which automatically helps me create my full like detail link dealy. So it automatically updates the current month to March. So now like they know that I basically played this in March. It's March now. It's March. Lousy smarch weather. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for us to get like I'm waiting for us to get screwed over by one more cold snap. There we go. So Fate's Theater is the other one that we'll look at today. So let me go ahead and get Hive Blight started and set up and stuff. And I may have to start it and then restart it because I think the game's like I didn't capture it and I don't have auto capture. That's where I'm not a good streamer. I don't auto capture my games and stuff. I do everything manually because why would I find a way to make less work for myself? Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let me also grab the audio. And let me change the game. I am not giving that many bingo spaces away today, just so we're clear. Like you gotta earn those spots. I'm not giving them away. Okie dokie. Interesting. I'm not sure if it likes... Hold on. Yeah. Uh... Well... Let's try restarting and see if that helps. Otherwise, we may not look at this one today. I will say... that it worked fine when I ran it last night without OBS running. So, it may simply not like running at the same time as OBS, which OBS does not take up a lot of your system resources, but it does need some important things. So, let me close some more windows. Like that's like, you always think, oh, let me close another window, like that's gonna help. It's not, but you act like it does. So let's try that one more time. Hmm. Yeah, no. That's okay. Okay, you know what? Yeah, the whole... Okay, yeah, that's okay. We will not look at this today. How do I get back? Okay. What I will say is, feel free to check it out. I did take a look at it last night, and what it has you doing is you have all kinds of different like hive and bug and troops, and you set them on the field, and then the game is an auto battler. So you set the bugs that have certain abilities in a certain spot, and then you watch as it takes. So it's you setting up your lineup, and then hoping that the special abilities and the cards that you've picked succeed and win the battle. Also, hello, Mimics and Misfits. Welcome on in. I got up today and wrote another 5 lines in that document. I should probably stop writing in it and just, like, confer with you, because it's turning into a mini novel, and it needs to stop. Oh my god, Insecticons. I had the Insecticons when I was a kid. Yeah. I need to be careful about the vampire joke and when I was a kid, because I still feel it, like there's still the very weird thing about, vampires that look like teenagers that are still hanging out around high school kids. Like that's not cool. So I need to be careful about the vampire joke and stuff when I was a kid, because it's very weird. Um, I like the TikToks that like Edward shows up and says, "Yeah, I've met somebody," and all of his vampire friends are like, "Whoa, whoa, you're still hanging around high schools? Like, whoa." So anyway, um, though it does make me think about like the tragedy of turning young people into vampires, and I like when they talk about the fact that like that is something that you should not do. Okay, so we're gonna move on because so once again, like if you liked even the look of Hive Blight, check it out. It's something that I may not be able to stream. I may be able to record it later, but I probably won't be able to stream. And yeah, I always think about Lydia and just how unfair that was. But also how much unfair everything was in that story because of Louis. So yeah, Claudia. Yeah, who's Lydia? Like, why did I also say yes, Lydia? No, Claudia. So same sounds. Anyway, So yeah, check it out for yourself. I'll see if I can record it later on because it just didn't want to. It didn't want to do. So let me look at Fate's Theater and see if that also captures. If today is just not a day for capturing, then we'll just sit here and chat. I don't care. There we go. Okay, this one seems to be okay. There we go. All right, so let me grab this one in the Steam store, I think. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit silly. It is a card storyteller turn-based game, but I think it's going to be a little bit more silly, which, you know, we could use a little bit of silly. So let's look at Fate's Theater. Fate's Theater, a mischievous turn-based card storyteller where fortune and misfortune duel to twist mortal lives into short, rhyming couplets of bright serendipities or gleefully gruesome doom. It is already silly. If you look behind me, we're getting some like footnotes. Not your grandmother's fairy tale. Let's see. So you can play, you can pile. It's already rhyming. It's doing a lot of rhyming. So I'm expecting rhyming. I'm expecting puns. These are the cards that we are dealing with right now. So we are dealing with... These are mortal lives. Oh my gosh, the cards make sounds too. So let's see here. I have not played anything. There was not a setting to completely reset my progress, so I did not play at all. Settings are pretty simple. Audio settings, I set that, of course. So yeah, let's have a look. Because yeah, it seems like it's going to be silly. Ooh. I can be the fortune fairy, or I can be the misfortune fae. I am match. I know I'm matching. I'm wearing the same shirt I was in my thing. Hey Panda, welcome on in. I think I will be the misfortune fae if I can. It also has multiplayer. It also has multiplayer, so that's nice. Search. Oh wow. So you could actually just open up a lobby and go. Okay. So let's give it a start. Let's see what's going on. Welcome to Fate's Theater. Click this box to continue. This is your fairy, Misfortune. And this is your rival fairy, Fortune. Both fairies vie over mortal fates. In Fate's Theater, mortals appear on stage as cards. These are your mortals. Hover over them to highlight their silhouettes. And these are Fortune's mortals. Hover to glimpse theirs as well, so we currently both have the same set of mortals. Fortune and misfortune begin in equilibrium, but the balance is fragile. Notice how Fortune glows with her color. That means she opens this scene. Each scene opens with the enchant phase, where a fairy whispers boons or banes onto mortals. Since it's Fortune's turn, let's watch whose fate she touches. See the numbers? See the small numbers she placed? They show the weight of boons or banes and where a mortal's fate currently leans. Next comes the pair phase, where you choose two mortals and bind their destinies. Your turn now. Your mortals are now revealed, so you may begin to shape their fate. Pick one of your mortals and drag it onto one of Fortune's to bind their destinies. Okay, I'm going to take the bandit and drag it onto the horse. These two mortals have now met. This text sets the stage for their tale. As you can see, the fate of this meeting is yet uncertain. Both fairies wish to write what comes next, so now begins the balance phase. In this phase, both you and Fortune secretly stake favor to tip fate your way. Favor is a precious influence you spend to sway how fate unfolds. You can see your current favor here. You may stake any amount up to what you possess. This number shows the current tilt before stakes are revealed. Boons and banes in play can shift it. Okay, since Fortune gave a boon to the bandit, that's going to shift the stakes. Your aim is to make the balance lean your way. You can do so by staking more favor than Fortune. But be careful, Fortune also holds favor and seeks to claim this fate herself. Both of you choose your stakes in secret without knowing the other's choice. Favor replenishes after each balance, and unspent favor carries over. Hoard it or spend it boldly. The choice is yours. Now choose how much favor to stake for this meeting. I will stake 3. No, 3. Once both stakes are locked in, they are revealed. And now the tale is told. A bandit finds a horse beside the way. He loads the horse with loot. It runs away next day. The color of the fate shows which fairy wrote it. If it is white, neither fairy claimed it. The losing fairy relinquishes her mortal. The winner keeps hers and gains a new mortal shaped by the fate revealed. So because I won that particular one, I get now the Hermit as a new mortal. The play ends when one fairy has no mortals left upon the stage. If a balance phase ends in a tie, both mortals return to their owners. In Fate's theater, there is a third presence yet unintroduced, Fate herself. Fate owns the stage and delights in disruption. She decides what chaos enters the play. This is the effect Fate chose to open with. She brings a new one with every scene. Okay, so each fairy gains +2 favor per opposing mortal. These effects may aid or hinder either fairy. Fate favors drama, not fairness. Oh, and favor has just replenished for both fairies. Okay. So we gained 2 for each. So basically, because I have more mortals, Fortune. Oh, googly eyes. Googly eyes. So Fortune got more favor because there are more mortals on my side of the field. Okay, this time it's my turn to enchant the mortals. You may enchant any mortal you see, yours or Fortune's. Split your enchants or heap them upon one unlucky soul. I am going to put... okay. Boons and Banes linger on mortals until they meet. Got it. Well, I'm Misfortune, so I'm obviously going to be boop, boop, and boop. Okay. You now know how Fate's Theater is played. The stage is yours. Oh, and you can hasten the play by holding the spacebar. The scene will continue with the Fortune's pair phase. Break a leg. Okay, so the Blacksmith and the Bard. Each of them have... one has a boon, one has a bane, so they basically cancel each other out. I will wager 3 again. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, they wagered a lot. A blacksmith's hammer rings as a bard strums near. Each strikes a perfect beat. The bard's new drummer here. Okay. Which means that they got a barbarian now. Okay. Fate has changed the rules again. Favors refill by 2 less, so we don't replenish as much each turn. It's Fortune's turn to bless or bane someone. Okay. And now I choose... I'm going to choose the bandit and the peasant. A bandit robs a peasant's cart on a lonely country track. I will wager 4 favor to change their fate to a bad one. Oh wow. They're really wagering hard. A bandit robs a peasant's cart on a lonely country track, but finds a turnip's magical, his stolen goods fight back. Okay, so by doing that, they've gained a druid, and I guess I lost that round. I guess... Ooh, Fate calls blackout. The mortals are hidden in this scene. So we could remember who we've given boons and banes to, but okay, in that case, I'm just gonna guess. They matched one that had a boon with one that has a bane, so right now the total's 0. It is the peasant and the druid. Peasant's lost in the woods. A druid appears. Guess I should be more... I should be gamble more. So I'll bet 9 favor. Oh, geez, I way overbet. A peasant's lost in the woods. A druid appears. He knows the peasant's body will feed his woods for years. Wow, that got dark real fast. Okay. Fate calls waltz. The bandit swaps sides with undead. Alright, I am going to Bard on Bard. Hey, Taru, welcome on in. Alright. Two bards meet in a tavern. Each claims their number one. I'll wager half of my favor. I'll wager 6. They have a lot more, so they have a lot more that they could wager against this. We'll see. Yeah, they wagered more. Yeah, okay. Two bards meet in a tavern. Each claims their number one. And start a great loot battle. Rap era has begun. Okay, I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that if you basically started rap. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Hello. We are playing, sorry, Fate's Theater, which is... It's an interesting sort of... it feels much more like a betting game. Okay, Fate calls Aurora, so favor refills by 1 more. Where you are resolving stories between mortals. So you are fortune or misfortune. These are mortals that each of you have access to. And you are deciding their fate by matching up 2 mortals and telling their story. Each turn, you can apply fortune or misfortune, so boons or banes, to each. So I'm going to apply some... Okay. Hey, Kay, welcome on in. Okay. So it's Bandit and Barbarian. A bandit meets a barbarian strong. They're already up. They already have 2 because they have 2 boons. I'm gonna bet 10. Oh, that was just enough to win. A bandit meets a barbarian strong. His head rolls down the mountain. The meeting didn't last long. So now I gain a guard card because I was able to tip the balance of fate in my direction for that encounter. Okay. The third unseen character in this is Fate. It's Fate's Theater. So they change the rules every round. So favor is the amount that we have to bet, and now we get additional favor for every mortal opposing us. So we're going to get a lot of favor. All right. Fortune is blessing some people. And now I get to choose who's up against who. I'm going to choose my Hermit and the Blacksmith. Okay. It's already 1 in my favor because there are 2 Banes on the field and 1 boon. But the opposing player has 24 with which to bet. So I will bet... I'll bet about half. I'll bet about like 9. Yeah. But they have so much to bet. Yes! A hermit asks a smith for a simple sturdy pot. Needs it for cooking children that the hermit caught. And I get a cook. But look what happened to the cook! Oh, that's rude. Okay, so Fate calls Nudge. Fortune gets 7 favor. They're Fortune, I'm Misfortune. So, okay, fine. Alright, I get to start putting down some Banes. So I'm just gonna hit all of their cards with Misfortune. Okay. It's the Peasant against the Guard. Fortune's already tipped 1 in my favor, but the Fate is tipped 1 in my favor, but Fortune has like 27 to tilt the scales with. I don't think I'm going to win this one because they just have so much to bet with, which in a lot of gambling games, it's not a bluffing thing. It's just I have more chips than you, so do what you want. But it makes me have to be a little more reckless. Let's see here. So I will bet 10 to try and tip it in my favor. It's going to be difficult because they could just overwhelm me with their bet. So I'm going to push the spacebar to let this go a little fast. Yeah, they just steamrolled me with that. A hungry peasant steals a loaf in a square. A kind guard buys 2 loaves so the peasant can share. Aw, it's very sweet. But also rude. Okay, this is a rule that I don't like. Misfortune, that's me, cannot wager favor, so now fate has determined I can't bet in this round. So all I can do is I can choose characters that already have some strikes against them. If I'm allowed to, because is it my... Yeah. I can choose characters that have strikes against them. That's all that I can do. Otherwise, I'm stuck. So we will match up the peasant with the bard, because each of them has a bane against them. Unfortunately, I can't bet anything else, so I got to sit here and let fortune just steamroll. Right? Because I can't. Yeah, it won't even let me slide the bar. Now that's something. Oh, that's something I wish I could see. Is what is the rule in effect? So that I would know why I can't do that. So that would help. Like a little indicator somewhere on the screen to be able to check the current rule would be nice. Okay, so I can't bet, so I'm just going to have to let it go. Fortune gets to bet, but misfortune does not. And this is interesting because if I know that the other person can't bet, I know that I don't have to use that much of my own. So... A peasant shares old tales no bard has heard before. Now ballads of his village bring tourists to the shore. And now we have unlocked an innkeeper. Okay. So flourish. Misfortune gets to enchant plus 2 more points. So I get to enchant for 5, not 3. So this is an interesting... The rules changing every round. It definitely spices things up, but it also makes it very difficult to develop what you consider a strategy. I'm going to apply misfortune to my own characters. And then another one over here. Now they get to choose who gets matched up. So there's already a balance of 1 fortune on this. Okay. A bard spots a bandit sneaking through a hall. They have 19 points to wager. I have 13. Both of us are able to wager points. So I will wager 7 to try to tip the balance in my favor. They have more to wager, so this could backfire on me. Actually, you know what? As Wacko said, I'll blow the wad. A bard spots a bandit sneaking through a hall. The court once jeered his songs. Now he helps to kill them all. Ooh, and I unlock the king. All right. Oh, this one is interesting. Okay, so this is an interesting rule. 7 of Fortune's favor will turn to the horse's boon. So, if I play the horse in this, they'll automatically get 7 favor from the opposing player. But it's my decision who to match up, so I don't have to match up the horse. This is interesting. Yeah, like they've automatically gave seven favor to the horse, but they took it away. But it's my turn to see who matches up. So I'm going to match up the cook with the undead because I'm curious to see how the story's going to go out. Once again, I'm going to bet it all because they can easily outbet me. Yeah, I got an achievement for staking all my favor and still losing. All right. The skeleton wanders into a kitchen's steamy heat. The chef hires him on site. No hair to fall in meat. Okay, that actually is legit, though. That's legit. I mean, it worked for death. Okay. Fate calls Spotlight. Every hermit gets +2 boon. We both have hermits, so the hermits now get boons. So basically, I have not been playing this very well at all. Everything feels very stacked against me, which, as misfortune, you know, sure, that's fine. Yeah, like, basically every... Oh, ooh, cultist. Alright, a bane to the king, a bane to the cultist, and a bane to the innkeeper. A bane on all your houses. Okay, once again, the deck is already stacked against me. Yeah, I don't have any choice but to keep betting everything because they now... Well, you know what? No. I'm going to wait. I'm going to save my stuff and see what happens. Because they definitely would have had to bet something to assume that... Yeah, they have to assume that I'm going to bet. So I'm going to save my points to the next round. A hermit enters a tavern to sip some evening brew. Tipsy guests now gather round. Deep thoughts are breaking through. Ooh, we unlocked a Tinkerer. Okay. Fate calls Spotlight. Every cultist gets +3 Bane. Okay. I'm going to match up my king with the cultist. Because this tips it in my favor. A king grows pale as cultists light black candles in the gloom. So here's where you start to do the Jeopardy math. What's the lowest amount that I can wager that they still can't beat? So if they spend 11, if they spend all of their points, that would bring it down to 7. So I can spend 8 points and still win. Yeah, because essentially I just have to make this like one higher than they can possibly wager. So we'll see. They didn't wager anything. Okay. The king grows pale as cultists light black candles in the gloom. His own court paid them handsomely to seal him in the tomb. And now we've unlocked undead. I think that means I get an undead mortal. Although I don't know if I can call undead a mortal because, you know. Oh, this is rough. Oh no. Misfortune, I get 11 points to... I get 11 chips, let's just call them chips, if the next balance is a draw. So if I can basically make it go even, then I get chips. Okay, in that case... Boop, boop, boop. Alright, we're at 0. This one's going to be tough. I can't make this one balance out because they have way more points than I do. So there's no way for me to do this. So I'm going to hold my bet and keep my chips. There's no way. Nah. Unless they by chance didn't bet anything. Yeah, that's what I thought. They deliberately outbid me. Okay. A zombie visits a tinkerer's shed, gets a new arm, and a fancy new hat. That didn't rhyme. Interesting. But it unlocked pirate, so now we have a pirate as a mortal. Ooh, Entr'acte. Refilled favor disappears. So spend it. Spend it if you got it. Oh, actually, never mind. We didn't get the refill. Okay. How about the king and the pirate? Hey, DC, welcome on in. Alright, a pirate hails a king's grand fleet at sea. So the problem that I see here is that you know how much favor your opponent has to bet with. So right now, with the balance at 0, I'm at a disadvantage because they know I have 7 to bet. They have 8. So no matter what, they can always outbet me. So there's, like, again, this is an interesting bluff. Like, I cannot bet anything and make them think, oh, well, I need to bet everything to beat you. So let's see if I can make them run out of their favor with this bet. See, they didn't. They just bet a little bit. Okay. A pirate hails a king's grand fleet at sea and gets a pardon, sailing the seas free. All right. So they've unlocked peasant. All right. Okay. The undead gets the horses and chance. Ooh. Wow, this is just... there's no reason for them not to pick this pairing next. Although I love that the horse has My Little Pony shape to it. Because they're massively going to win if they do this. So... yeah, I can just bane the horse as best I can. But it makes... oh, wow, they didn't. Okay. A hermit's few possessions tempt a desperate thief. Okay, so once again, doing the math, they can max 11. I can hit. Let's see here. It's not going to be possible for me to win, I think, because I need this many to make it down to 10. And they can just boost it to 11. So I'll just do half and see. Yeah, they outbid me. A hermit's few possessions tempt a desperate thief. The one he takes is wisdom, now finding sweet relief. That's cute. I'm getting my butt beat by fate out here. Okay. Again, misfortune gains 16 favor if the next balance is a draw. I am running out of cards, so... and that's, yeah, they're just like... yeah, I'm done. They got me. I'm just gonna do this just so I can have a massively outbalanced win, Because, yeah, there's like, it's 18. There's no way. A spirit seeks a steed when midnight's bell does toll. I'll bet everything and still lose. So I got an achievement for binding a pair whose fate is already sealed. By that basically means there was no way to win. The Headless Horseman rides at last. Now two halves, now whole. Okay, so that should have... Yeah, so I'm out of cards. Huh, wah, wah, wah. I ran out of cards, so I got defeated. Leveled up. Ooh. As much as I don't like a pick-me, I'll go for the right. Druid, nice. So it shows you the balance over time. Yeah, basically the balance just clearly started stacking in Fortune's favor. Wait, hit escape here? Yeah. So I leveled up. I now have more mortals in my collection. So let's see, I unlocked the Druid. So I could probably change my starting hand now if I wanted to. Yeah, I could. Let's see. So yeah, so there are 6 out of 30 mortals to unlock. We've only seen 2% of the fates, so there will be... So the fates are like the interactions, and you unlock as you go. It's interesting. I'd be curious... I think when you... It's fun because it feels like it masquerades as a pun rhyming couplet game, but it actually is a gambling game that you can stack the bet a little bit. But if you start thinking about it as a betting game and a bluffing game, I think the order of play feels a lot more fun. So yeah, there were times when there was like very little I could do to win, so I did nothing. There are times when I knew exactly, I knew the exact number I could bet and always win, and I managed to make it out. So yeah, so this is Fate's Theater. It is currently in the Steam store now. They've been patching stuff, so nice. The soundtrack is also available. It's a good soundtrack. Hold on, what achievements did I get while playing? Oh, a lot of them. Let's see here. I completed a play without having a single draw. Claimed a fate with a tilt of 10 or greater. Put 10 or more boons or banes. Stake everything and still lose. Reveal 10 unique fates. See the same outcome but 2 different ways. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was cute. That's how you know it was good. That was cute. So yeah, that is Fate's Theater. It is out right now. And let me hop out of this. Yeah, that was indeed cute though. I will give them that. That was cute. You just have to think about it in a different way than I was expecting. And that was the key, is you really had to think about it differently than the way it felt set up. And the rules were a lot. And I think because the rules were mostly focused on the expression of the game, you know, like we talk about X-Men, what their powers actually are and what their power expression is. So, you know, like Betsy's a telepath, but she expresses it in very specific ways, and the little butterfly thing around her face. That was interesting because it felt like the game was saying, oh, you're putting fates together and building stories, when what was actually the rule was you are putting these cards together, but you're applying pluses and minuses to the cards, and then you have an amount to bet every round. So that's what you're actually doing. You are placing your bets on cards that you have stacked with values negative and positive. So yeah, it's an interesting thing where they kind of hid the actual game with a bit of a false flag narrative. which I appreciate, because once you realize what the game is actually about, you're still having fun. You're just like, oh, I've been thinking about this game the wrong way the entire time. And I see the vision now, kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I like that. Um, it is pretty much time. Like, there's not much else I can do in 7-ish minutes, and I would like to go ahead and I'm not gonna take a nap, but I'm really strongly considering taking my book to bed and just sitting in bed with the book for a little while. So I'm gonna come over here. We'll call this one early because yesterday we ran over, so this one we can just like do early. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. This has been fun. It's always fun, honestly. Eat More Fiber and Flutaboo, thank you for the follows. Brindleton Bay, thank you for the resub and the bits earlier. Taru, thank you for the raid. Appenthrope, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much.
Shield upon shield upon shield upon
Oh
shield
no,
upon
it's this, the remix. Shield upon 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 shield upon. That was one of the most silly things that I have done in DaVinci so far, and I'm still proud of myself for pulling it off. I don't have audio mixing software at all, so it was a lot of me in my head matching a beat and then changing the duration of the looping line so that it would hit on every beat, and I had to like nudge it. So I had to listen to it a lot back and forth to make sure that the beat of the song and the beat of the phrase hit at the same time. And, and then it ended up working. But yeah, I'm not about to I'm not about to start doing remixes because that was a lot of work. Fun, but a lot of work. So yeah. Yeah, let me push the button because we're finishing. Early even. It's like, that's not an achievement. We're just finishing early. But we're going to go over and say hi to Steven with the hashtag Urbrave with my love and disco emote. If you are not a subscriber, why not? It's okay if you're not. You can use the virtual hug emote or any high or heart or low emote you want. It's all good. You can find me doing content on Blue Sky, on YouTube. I have a blog at urbanbohemian.com. There's a link to my Discord. And once again, the raid call is going to come up, so feel free to copy it. Also, if you're going to copy it, make sure that you hit Control C multiple times to make sure you got it, obviously. And yeah, also I realized like you've been subscribed for 69 months, which is nice. So thank you for hanging out with me. And if you are watching on YouTube, come on over to Twitch because I can't raid people on YouTube. Eventually, YouTube is going to come up with raids and it's going to get really weird and really freaky. But for now, come on over to Twitch and say hi. We're going to go over to twitch.tv/StevenJoys. That's Steven with a PH and not a PhD. Though you should have a PhD in just being a nice person because yeah, I think that's a if I can have a PhD in brunch, Steven needs a PhD in something. Tiny hats and nice chat, perhaps. But let me start the raid. We'll go over and say hi. I don't really know what's on deck for me to relax with today. Like I said, I'll probably do a little bit of reading. I have some writing that I need to do. I've got a little bit of character work to finish. I would like to finish it today. I also have a bottle of wine. I got some grapes. I got some hummus and pretzels. I got some dark chocolate. I got a pizza. So today's also going to be good, treating myself well in having the treats and relaxing. And I probably won't edit the video today. I'll probably save that for later on this week so I can just have a little bit of a break. But yeah, I will see you over in Steven's channel very soon. As always, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here. I was talking to my friend about like why I still stream, and it's like because it makes me feel good and it's nice to have some kind of socialization. Spring is coming, so I will be going out and being around more people, but this still helps because I am still generally in my apartment by myself all week long. So this is nice to interact a little bit. But as I said, I will see you over in Steven's channel, and I am out of words, so I'm going to go to the ending screen and see you over there. Bye!